Hey, and welcome to Tsar Fun. In this video, we're going to look at my collection of rare Thomas & Friends things. One of them being this Mega Bloks Rosie. And speaking of Rosie, guess what? Rosie is in the mail. What do I mean by that? Yes, Bachman Rosie is really officially released. And Train World is sending me my copy of Rosie. So she should be here in a very short time. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon. I just might do a live stream when she comes. So thanks for doing that. But what we're going to do now is, because of that, I was thinking, you know, with Rosie, I don't have very many different versions of her. When I did the Mavis and Rosie collection just a few days ago, it was hard finding different versions of Rosie and Mavis, mainly because they're not mainstream characters in the Thomas & Friends franchise. So I said, what are some of the rare items in my collection? So we're going to look at that. Alright, so as we go through looking at some of these Thomas & Friends characters, you tell me if you think they're actually rare or not rare. Do you have one? And do you think I have something else that you've seen in a video in the past that is actually more rare than these? I had actually thought about doing a favorite video, like, you know, these are my favorites, but I think this is more interesting. Some of these actually are among my favorites too, and they're rare, so I thought that was pretty cool. Now, first of all, this is not going to be one of my most rare items, even though it's the only one in existence in the world. There is no other copy of this in the world. No other train like this. And there's no demand for it either, but this is the Tsar train. Just to show you right. Tsar! And it's a custom, and technically you could have made as many as you wanted through FisherPrice.com. So this one doesn't count, even though it is technically the most rare item in my collection. Alright, so this one is rare, I guess. I don't know how often this happens, but this is a factory error. It's got two Percys. It's got the Tiger Percy, and it's missing the Construction Thomas. And that's the only reason I bought it. I already had all of these, and I think I already had Construction Thomas. If I don't, I probably need to go buy it. But I just thought that was neat that they accidentally put two Tiger Percys. Percy, not Tiger. Percy is one of my favorite characters, so I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll get this, but have you ever seen any other factory errors like this? I know factory errors happen with all different kinds of trains, but isn't that really neat? Especially when it's a character that you like. Alright, so we mentioned Rosie, the Mega Bloks Rosie. Did I call it Mega Bloks or something else earlier? I don't know. It's really hard to find. When I was collecting all the different Mega Bloks characters, this one was right up there. It was not the hardest one to find, but it was very close, and I ended up getting extras. This is a sealed copy of Mega Bloks Rosie, so that's pretty awesome. So while we're on the subject of Mega Bloks, this was the most rare Mega Bloks character that I could find, Spencer. Very hard to find Spencer. Do you have Spencer? You know, I did several videos where I asked people if they had Spencer, and nobody really said it. So very hard to find him, and it took me almost a year before I finally found one. Now, I don't know how rare this is compared to other Thomas & Friends trains, but the Ertl trains are always hard to find certain things, and this is the 60th anniversary set, I believe. It's got these metallic finish, so the Thomas is in pretty good shape. James, the stickers are coming off, and then Henry, one of my other favorite characters. I thought that one was pretty good. But what do you think? Does this count as rare, this little set? And am I missing a character from this set? But it's my 60th, I think it's the 60th anniversary Ertl diecast release. Tell me what you know about this one. And speaking of Henry, we'll show another Henry item. This is the Tomix in scale Henry set with Henry and his coach here. Pretty rare. Another Henry item. Well, you know, Henry's one of my favorites. So, yeah, got two different Henrys in here, but this one's very, very hard to find. Now, Tomix is re-releasing some of the characters. They've already done Percy and Thomas and Annie and Clarabelle, so you can get those a lot cheaper than they have been in the past, and I'm hoping they'll redo some others. James is another one they're redoing, and that will be coming out very soon, which will be good because mine is messed up. But Henry, I've done a few videos with this in scale. You know, he's really small, about the size of the Ertl trains here. Really nice locomotive too. One of my favorites overall, but also rare. All right, here's a lady, this motorized lady from Learning Curve. I think this counts as rare, and Lady is a rare character. It's very hard to find different versions of Lady, so that one's pretty cool. I got another pullback toy that I actually broke. That's a Lady in Diesel 10. I'm trying to fix that still, but I think that one actually might be more rare than this. But anyway, that's a Lady. Do you think she's rare? I don't know. Does she got her battery in? She still works. All right, what's next? Of course, Stepney. And they only made 1,000 copies of this. This is a Hornby HO scale Stepney. And one of my favorite locomotives in my collection as well, but a beautiful Hornby locomotive. HO, actually I said HO, it's really technically OO scale. I always interchange them because they kind of run on the same track, but actually OO scale is slightly bigger in size than HO scale, but pretty cool. All right, here's another one. Oliver. Oliver was very hard to find in this, I think this is Plarail. Well, here's a sealed one. I was very fortunate to find this sealed one. Got it very cheap, and now I actually got this after I actually bought two different eBay auctions at the same time. And so I kept the open one with Oliver and his coaches. And now I got this sealed one that I'm thinking, you know, I might do something because I see these selling for over $100. Pretty cool. Oliver, another minor character that it's hard to find different varieties of him. All right, there's Spencer trying to get back in the video again. All right, this one is Lego compatible, so it's very pleasing to me. This is the very early Tommy with the dark blue track, but it is Edward. Look at that. I also have Thomas and Annie and Clarabelle. Those two will qualify as rare, but you can. The accessories that came with this were compatible with Lego, and some of the cars, Lego pieces, would attach to it, but I'm pretty proud of this Edward. I am looking for other characters. I only have Edward, Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle. I think there are others. I do kind of look for those. It's hard to find them because there's so many listings of Tomy. Now, this is one of my favorite locomotives of all time, the OO scale Hornby Murdoch. Just a beautiful, beautiful locomotive that's not tender driven. He's actually driven by his wheels. Just so many working mechanisms there. Just looks beautiful. I love this Murdoch. And lastly, we're going to look at the Super Friends minis and the other, whether these are both Super Friend minis. These were from San Diego Comic-Con. So this is the one that changes from Clark Kent and Superman, or Clark Kent to Superman and Bruce Wayne to Batman there in mini form. Pretty exclusive. The tilt to transform. It's got a little comic strip on the side. We've done quite a few videos discussing this and even took them out of the box. We actually even did a giveaway as well, so pretty cool. All right, now this one is actually really neat because it lights up. But this mini, as you can see me in the reflection, that it's got that cyborg Spencer, which is really awesome. But a cool little rare San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. All right, so I was going to do this kind of like a top 10, so I guess there's at least 10 here. But what do you think? What do you think of Train Czar's collection of rare items? Are there things that you've seen on my channel that are actually more rare? There are things that I definitely paid a lot more for, but just because you pay a lot for something doesn't necessarily mean it's rare, and just because something's rare doesn't mean it's worth a lot. But these are all special to me. They're some of my favorites as well. And tell me what you think. Do you have any rare items? Is there anything you think I should try to find that's hard to find? I am still looking for Bachman Gordon's coaches. I'm looking for Mavis in different varieties. I am looking for Duck, Oliver, Rosie, and any of the Tomy trains from the Lego compatible era in the early 90s. So there's a lot of things I'm looking for. Oh yes, and Murdoch in Ertl form is another rare item I'm looking for. So tell me in the comments below, what do you think I should look for? And we'll see you in the next video. Remember, trains are fun when trains are fun.